Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What's up? Big Kirk 916, getting down with another fresh out Prison Talk. And I was just listening to a song with Jay-Z and Kanye, right? And it said, what up, blood? What up, cuz? And then it said, it's all us. And when you think about it, right? When you see people who are involved with basically they're killing somebody that looks like them, but yet they talk about this oppression, this struggle, this so-called inability to overcome certain circumstances or situations. When you listen to that and you think about it, it's all us. It's all so-called the black culture, man. And then it spills into other cultures as well, but you're literally ready to kill somebody based on whether it be blood or cuz, GD or Vice Lord or whatever some of the other cliques and gangs are. I don't know them all. There's a lot of them. But when you think about that, that's pretty, it's crazy, man, because you don't know these people. You're ready to basically take their life over something that you really don't know why, but maybe it's an ongoing beef or it's something that's been declared on site. And yet, when you think about, right, and I'm just speaking on, the black culture because, what do I look like? I can't speak on white because I don't look like them, and I don't navigate in that world to where I can say whatever the white gangs are or whatever. I can't say that, and I'm not even an expert in the black gangs, but I'm just telling you from experience. And I've had guns pulled on me, and I've been in little melees with other individuals that look like me over stupid shit, man. As a kid, not very mature, but just on some bullshit. But you think about it, and it's like, dude, we've been programmed to self-destruct and destroy ourselves with little or no effort, with no oversight. And once you get behind those walls, and if you're gang banging and you're out there really doing all this and doing all that, you will end up in jail. It's inevitable. You will go to prison one day. If you're really about that life running around, you will somehow, because you'll make a mistake, you'll do something, you'll go to jail, whether it's for something petty or for something serious. You will end up in prison, and you will see the bullshit, and whether or not you wake up and mature from that is to be said. But that whole thing is a straight setup, and I look at it from an outsider looking in. When you see other cultures looking in, and they're like, man, you wonder why they look at the black culture to a degree as just no regard, little or no respect, in the sense where your communities, how we talk to you, some of the things that we say, like they say, like, like we're so this pathetic that we need all this aid. They literally, made the black man get the hell out the house, but produce kids for the system but let the government be the mama's man, and ingrain that in a certain demographic to where it's just become the norm. Women having kids by multiple babies daddies. The kids most likely end up joining gangs unless they somehow can get the hell up out the hood and get a male in their life. And they just go down that destruction path and they sign up for something. And then, like I said, you get behind bars and you realize like these dudes you are beefing with are going to be the same guys that's going to most likely have your back if something really kicks off, because things a lot of times are on a racial connotation, skin color, politics. And then you realize a lot of the dudes you was rolling with are really out to get you, or they're backstabbers, depending on your hierarchy. If you're somebody who's getting money, really doing your thing, a lot of dudes hate you. They don't want to see you win. A lot of those dudes you banging with doing this, they do not want to see you win, because some dudes, that's all they have. You ever seen some guys that's so ugly and just non-goal orientated, that's all they have? And when they see you and you come along and people like you, the other guys you're affiliated with look up to, they want to take you out because they're losing their position, but they don't really even want to do anything. They're not trying to elevate. And the whole thing I used to always think about was like, okay, when you have a gang or you're clicked up, the goal is for everybody to become millionaires, everybody to be balling, everybody to kind of get out the hood. And now I realize that wasn't it, because a lot of dudes don't want to leave the hood. They love that shit. They're not trying to be millionaires. They're not trying to be ball. They're not trying to get a better education. They're not trying to like go above and beyond and expand somewhere else. It's like when you leave the hood, it stays there and you go on, but you're not going to be banging the hood if you're in some $1 million neighborhood. That'd be stupid. The whole point is to get out of the hood. And that's what dudes used to, kind of spit game at me about when they were in the dope game. It's like, man, you make money, you go move somewhere, you get you a nice, condo somewhere, and get you, some stuff over here. And when you drive to the hood, you drive your bucket. You have your car with your rims or your Euro. You have that parked somewhere else so dudes don't know. But the whole object was to get out the hood. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's all us. And a lot of y'all, I'm just sharing with you, man, because if you follow that lifestyle, at some point, you will go to prison and you will see another side and realize like a lot of these dudes you thought were your homeboys aren't really your homeboys. These dudes have used you maybe as a pawn, or you were doing shit, putting in work or whatever, and it really wasn't what you thought it was. And I just look at it like we got to wake up, man. And I only say this stuff, man. I'm not clowning gang members. I got a lot of dudes I know that represent certain things, but at a mature level, you want your kids to be better. You don't want your kid to be in the same. You don't want your kids to be involved in a deaf culture, and you don't want your kid definitely to take somebody's life for something so stupid and go away and then have that family without their child, and to have the pain, the suffering, the sorrow. So that's why I talk about it. It's like, come on, man, we got to be better than that. And just whatever gang you claim out, and don't care if it's blood, crip, or whatever the case may be, this set, this neighborhood, this whatever, and you got these platforms that are always showing these little kids, oh man, we real in my hood, yeah, we real, yeah, we used to bang color, but it ain't about that no more. I seen some little dude, he had a goddamn a bullet, looked like he was 15, 16, a white kid with a hat on, talking on one of the platforms, and I'm like, dude, what is this shit? It was just like when they had that, what is his name, Takashi with the hair and he blooding out. I'm like, dude, this is what it's come down to. They took something that was like an empowerment thing that turned into a black destruction thing, and now they're clowning it with purple hair dudes, green hair dudes, little dudes who look like they should be on Little Rascals now, talking about putting in work and shooting people. It's like, dude, this shit it's out of control. We need to back the hell away from this stuff, man, and show some excellence among ourselves and do better, because it's just pathetic, man. And they clown us on purpose to see how far they can take it. And I tell you, We step it up to another notch. Blood, Crip, the Mexicans, North, South, man, that shit is scary for them because now you got some dudes who are really ready to riding for a greater cause. And you talking about economically, dudes start doing things. See, right now you're focused on the lower level shit. And I'm not saying everybody, there's dudes buying real estate and stuff, but you come out of that and you secure you secure the people around you, and then you start looking outside to see how you can do business with other cultures, other people, other individuals. Now you're changing something and you're creating history. And they need the distractions because it keeps you from focusing on anything bigger than yourself and setting yourself up for a cold self-sabotage move. The game is bigger, man. And that's all I'm saying. If you want to gang bang, fine, man. You get off on that. You feel it's cool. I know when I was running around, it felt like, oh man, you feel tough. Girls like you doing your thing, blah blah blah. But it's all a false sense of power and reality. So I just say, hey man, we got to move beyond that. Look at the bigger picture and focus on something bigger, man. Big Herc 916, fresh out.